Choices. 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 As a young Saudi female, some may think I have no choice. But let me tell you my story with choices. I am 7 years old. My mom looks at me firmly and says, Lujain, إذا تكلمتي بالكلمة ملكتك. Lujain, our words define our reality. I know now the right words that will be the building blocks of the life ahead of me. Now I am 16. Meet Bushra, a resident in an elderly house. She has a smile that will light up the whole room. Her choice, with her meager stipend from the government, is to build a mosque. Wow. I am 17. Bushra passed away. She didn't build that mosque. My choice, to complete her dream and to build the mosque. Now I am 22. I am angry and disappointed from all of these undelivered promises for youth, allowing them to create change and impact. They talk, but they never do. My choice, to start Tasami, a nonprofit that focuses on establishing innovative and sustainable solutions through empowering social entrepreneurs. I fight for my dream. I create change and impact. I thought it would be only in Saudi. But we start getting applications from youth, eager for support and mentorship. UK, Korea, Bahrain, Algeria, Palestine, US. Wow, all of these countries. Will my choices allow them to create change and impact? Well, I am standing here, a product of my own choices. I am now a grown woman, and I choose to be an Acumen Global Fellow. My name is Lujain Ubaid, and I'll be heading to Ignis Careers in Hyderabad, India.
It's 2013 in Zimbabwe. I am a consultant working on a capital raise. I step into the factory. It's dark and dingy. I can hear the machines running, but that smell of raw sewage. Wait a minute. Isn't this supposed to be a food processing company for snacks, chocolates, marshmallows, sewage? I know for a fact that this company raised over $10 million in the last 2 years. Why then are machines not replaced? Why has production been cut? Why have the workers gone for over 12 months without being paid? Corruption. $10 million is enough to buy big houses, fast cars, international holidays for just 5 men and their families. 10 million is also enough to pay a full board of employees sufficiently for them to feed their families and take their children to school. People are not poor because resources are lacking. People are not poor because they are lazy and don't want to work. But people are poor because systems keep them poor. I have decided to challenge those systems. And as I look back at the Good Society readings that we've had, I realize that this kind of change will not start with me. It is a world that Ibn Khaldun and Rousseau envisioned. It is a change that Dr. King died for. It is the change that we all can contribute towards. It is a change that I have chosen to live for. My contribution may just be ripples in a world of waves, but even ripples can create waves. My name is Tafadzwa Chigang. I'll be joining Frontier Markets in Jaipur, India.
On a full stomach, in a climate-controlled room, and a wallet full of credit cards, I feel so inspired to talk about the poor. And I feel so good wanting to change the world for the better. Talk is cheap, especially when there is no risk involved. But when my 8-year-old son breaks down and says, "Baba, do you have to leave for an entire year? Baba, when you leave, I get very lonely." That's when my talk becomes scary. When I leave my wife to be a single mother to 3 kids on very shaky financial grounds, and she gives me a brave smile, but then runs to the laundry room to cry, that's when my talk becomes scary. When having just started to make headway into the American dream, a secure paycheck, a nice suburban Ohio home, when leaving that, my talk becomes scary. When my old diabetic mother looks at me puzzled and afraid. "Son, aren't you glad we left that slum living years ago? Son, you made it to America. Be thankful. Son, who's going to take care of me? Son, why risk it?" That's when my cheap talk becomes scary. But I also wrestle with an inner calling. When I grow up one day, I wish to serve 1 million people with primary health care, with dignity. Human souls, just like my children, my wife, my mother, people just like me, people who are just not as lucky. Is my talk cheap? Do I have the gall, the grit, the humility, and the resilience to honor that? I'm headed to Nizam Energy in Pakistan, and my name is Javed Cheema.